they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. Breaks through the contact. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Swift.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He lets it fly for Lockett. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On first down, Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down now, it's Carson, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, third and goal. Carson again. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 5-3 their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Right back to Swift again on second down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Henry Ruggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
On second down, it's Carson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, it got to him, so they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
They'll try and throw for it here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man Ruggs. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Here's Swift.
A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
One more time with Swift.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
They'll run with Swift.
And this time he is in.
DeAndre Swift
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Second and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw.
They'll try to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
On second down, Swift.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he gets it down to the 32.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st down, Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift
with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after here coming up. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll run on first down. Swift. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second and 3. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10. This time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll set up a throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
But I think the ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. A little careless with the football. He also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in his ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick here is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. He'll buy some time right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball gets... And now here is another interception. Snags it for the pick, and the Lions are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Two yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.